Yeah, and always have some things in El Pato. There are cookies. All right, so here's what's going on.
Well,
we're talking in the makeup room about these ratings and rankings and so on of
CAPE
schools.
rankings.
CAPE rankings that some schools have an issue with because of the formula, or the way it's done. Apparently, there are some CAPE rankings that have been released, and the headline out of this article we have is that Mobay High falls in CAPE rankings. Jonathan Grant leads non-traditional schools. The article says Mobay High has stunningly fallen from being the top CAPE school in the island based on the rankings of last year's performance, which have seen more non-traditional schools making major leaps. Last year, the St. James-based all-girls institution was number 1 with 100% of its students achieving a grade 1 to 3 in 2 or more subjects. This is according to Educate Jamaica's 27 rankings that were released. Today's one. Yesterday, this is the 10th of July. Percentage of students who met the criteria, 65%, they say down, dragging the school's placement down to 24th. Mount Joseph High took over the Mount Joseph High.
In Manchester.
Have you ever heard of that school before?
No.
100% of
Mount
its
St.
cohorts.
Joseph.
But you know what's interesting about this? So suppose it is that Mobay High have 100 students and Mount St. Joseph have 2. You know what I mean? It kind of, I guess we kind of need to know more about the methodology and the size of
by percentage.
comparatively.
It might
That's
be
what I
okay,
realized.
but as we said, each ranking has its own characteristics. Somebody else may rank something else and it turns out to be something else. But this is the ranking from this particular grouping.
How it go now?
Jonathan Grant and Cedar Grove Academy in St. Catherine, St. George's College, Jamaica College, and Belmont Academy in Westmoreland are the big jumpers.
Wow.
No, I'm sitting back and I'm smiling. Do you remember when they opened Cedar Grove? And there was the big demonstration and the furor on the TV. I don't want to picnic out at the school. And I went to an evening of excellence, maybe just 1 year after they opened. And I was like, what? They've done this already with this school? So I know Cedar Grove are come for them, Here
are the rankings, folks. At the top, Immaculate Conception High School.
Yes. I don't understand this.
Oh, we have to talk about
White
others?
said 2017 ranking 8.
We have to talk about others?
2016 ranking 6.
Because they moved up in ranking.
No.
Yes, in 2016 the ranking was 6.
No, because Montego Bay High here, 27 ranking 24th, 2016 ranking 1st. But so who's first?
Right. So in 2016 they were ranked first. 2017 ranking, which is the latest one, has them dropping to 24th. Got it?
But this are not 20. This are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So some missing in between?
I don't know how they've laid it out. I don't know if it's in order of... Looks like it because they're using this percentage here, the average. So 87.2% is Immaculate's average pass rate. Westwood 86.4, Hampton 80, Wilmer's Boys School 80, Wilmer's Girls School 79, St. Jago 76, St. Hughes 75, Cornwall 75, Mobay High 65.
This looks like she started at number 8.
No, man. It's from top. This is the first page. And then,
I know. But it not look right.
But they're all the way
So
down.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. But this says 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, you're looking at lost air.
No, see 2016 here. I said 2017 there. Yeah.
It's not, okay.
See, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
So we're having a bit of a...
It's an 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yes.
But if you look at the average, what you need to do is look at the average.
No, I know, I see the average, but there might be, but I'm saying she started with 8. Look, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Right.
31.
Right.
32,
Yes,
33.
right,
So
right,
Immaculate says 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
But they're the top
13,
rank. They
14,
still have the
15.
highest percentage average, so they're still the #1 school.
No, they're not the top. I'm telling you. They're not at the top. They're not at the top. Shirley, so please tell us what's 1 to 7 unique. Them at the top of this paper, though. Is that any kind
Yes.
Yeah, them at the top of this paper.
Sure, fight against. Can't take
Mount
fight
St.
against
Joseph is at the top. Then Campion follows. Then Manning's. St. Andrew High for girls. The Cartwood College.
you. There's a lot of
Arden
schools.
High. Alpha.
What? Harrow,
And then Immaculate.
who are you cheering for exactly? Your daughter goes to where? Oh, okay. We'll give you St. Andrew High then. Okay, Daly, I take your point.
So Mount St. Joseph High. Nice. It's pull out of, remember before.
I don't bitter or anything.
So we're moving down to the Falmouth Pier.
I would move
In
with you, but I
Trelawney.
flung away the paper. Oh, I have it there.
3 ships.
Jesus.
The Allure of the Seas, Celebrity, and the Notha ship, which are all subsidiaries of Royal Caribbean, have shunned the port due to concerns over tourist harassment and other issues. The mayor of Falmouth says the pullout of the 3 vessels, which together bring in about 10,000 visitors per call to the port, will result in losses of about 5 million monthly.
You know, I just have to say, when
Yeah.
we do things, we're just really good to ourselves, and sometimes we're really bad to ourselves. I guess there are 2 sides of this to look at. Obviously, people want to make money. If you're in a situation where you're not making money as regularly as you would like to, when the ships come in, you're trying to maximize your sales. At the same time,
though, without harass the people.
exactly. Where is the balance to the point where you're not making people feel like you're on top of them and harassing them to buy things, and then you reach a point now where you can't make any money at all because they're fed up. So that's it.
So they're saying
That's
tourism officials are downplaying it.
Well, they said the
The Port
tourism
Authority
minister has
says
so far not said a word.
it can't be downplayed though.
It's a big
Because
deal.
I was hoping that by now we would have been increasing ports of call, and that eventually Portland and everywhere would be opening up again
Yeah,
for people to
downtown
come,
Kingston,
and so on. But I don't know how you explain to people the concept that you can harass somebody today and get $100 and then for the rest of your lifetime, them just not come back and you get nothing. So I better you just go and get the liquor $10 for the rest of your life. Then you run down the $100 and then you end up with nothing. Because seriously now, this morning, you look at me and Simone, what you gonna do? This morning here with no ship coming into the pier. What is your plan B? Harass the tourists, them not come back. There must be a plan B. What's the plan B? And dead for hungry can't be a plan?
No, that's not a plan.
It can't be a plan.
Cause dead for hungry lead to other things.
It can't be a plan. So
So-
I don't know why that in a summer we plan. You know?
Yeah,
So,
man,
yeah.
that's a very sad story. Finally, do we drop the last one?
Yes.
Okay, like so? Drop. I drop it. Delio, whose birthday?
Only for people birthday today, man. Leonie Ricketts. Hi, Leonie. Happy birthday to you, my darling. Try a piece of cake, come give me. It's Clyde Harrison's birthday as well. Clyde, long time no see. Keon Ferron. Stephen Scott. Howard Hilton. Happy birthday to you. And to Donovan Nelson. I hope you're enjoying the day, Donovan. Yes.
You finished?
Yes.
Okay. Happy birthday, everybody. Enjoy
Yes.
your day. Special day today. Here are some folks who are